Good afternoon. Welcome to the Northampton County Council December 18th, 2025 meeting. Mr. Kraft, will you lead us in the pledge, please? Pledge allegiance to the flag, the United States of America, and to the republic, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Could we please have a moment of silence? Ms. Shavnisky, will you please call the roll?
Mr. Brown?
Here.
Mr. Corpora?
Here.
Mr. Giovanni?
Here.
Mr. Fredo?
Here.
Mr. Heckman?
Here.
Ms. Keegan?
Here.
Mr. Kraft?
Here.
Margot Hefner?
Here.
Mr. Warren?
Here.
All present with Mr. Brown, Corpora, Gofredo, and Heckman by phone.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the December 4th, 2025 and December 11th, 2025 meetings?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
There is no courtesy of the floor. Is there anyone here who wishes to speak? There is no one who signed into courtesy of the floor. Is there anyone here who wishes to speak to it? Thank you. Mr. McClure, do you have a report?
Just very briefly, ma'am. I know the veto message is attached to the override resolution, but I thought that I should appear and explain myself and stand for any questions that anyone might have about it, and then offer an additional thought that had not occurred to me at the time of the filing of the veto message. Pursuant to H.R.C. 3033 and 602G2 and 3, I hereby veto ordinance number session 2025, bill number 889. My reasons for the veto are as follows. 1, it is an impermissible encroachment of the power of procurement specifically granted to the county executive by the Home Rule Charter and Administrative Code. 2, the amendment of Section E is logically inconsistent and renders the language hopelessly confusing. Specifically, the first paragraph directs that the procurement officer shall extend an offer to include a member of county council. In the second paragraph, the amendment purports to leave to the discretion of the president of county council how many council members are to sit on a committee. First paragraph clearly states the procurement officer shall invite a singular member of county council. 3, the amendment has the potential to lead to the violation of the Sunshine Act, as it leaves the possibility open that a quorum of county council could be meeting and deliberating public business at sessions that are not properly advertised and or not open to the public. 4, the amendment may violate the right to know law, as legislative business must be conducted in public. These committee meetings are inherently deliberative and administrative in nature and are not required to be conducted in public, and council's participation may be considered legislative business. So those were the basis for my veto. An additional item of concern that has been brought to my attention is that you were required to amend your agenda under the current state of the law, the Sunshine Act, and as the Supreme Court has interpreted that act at the beginning of your meeting, and that failed. And that a Sunshine Act objection was essentially made by a council member during that meeting. And I don't recall whether there was any advice about that or not given at the time. Here's my concern with both the things that I have outlined in my veto message and with that particular concern regarding amending the agenda. I know often Mr. Heckman and I talk about the necessity for there to be litigation regarding differences between the executive and county council with respect to interpretation of the charter, specifically in the administrative code. But there's another issue that I'm concerned about with respect to procurement. If you have a defective process, which you had with respect to the amending of this ordinance, it invites attack by disappointed bidders. You have a process by which, if you have council members sitting in a committee meeting that disappoints a bidder, where it's potentially attacked because the ordinance itself was improperly through a procedure passed, or that it, the function of it is violating the Sunshine Act, or the function of it is violating the right to know law, you have the potential for such mischief to cause delays with respect to the procurement process in the county. Those delays can cost hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. Those delays could cost the taxpayers hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. There are some things that we do that don't rise to the level of a game. They're very serious business. And when you have a process that is so substantively defective and procedurally defective, you invite this kind of mischief to go forward. That concludes my remarks.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from Mr. McClure?
I do. So, Mr. Spadoni, with all the things that Mr. McClure just said, can this be, here, it's still good? Or can it be just like, we didn't follow the rules and it doesn't stand?
The purpose of the meeting for tonight is to consider his veto.
Okay,
That is an agenda item, and I believe that that's a legislative decision that each council member needs to make. I find his arguments to be somewhat, and I don't want to use incendiary words, I disagree.
okay, thank you.
Any other questions or comments from Mr. McClure? Thank you. Any old business to discuss? Under new business, we have consideration of a resolution overriding the county executive's veto of an ordinance entitled, "An Ordinance Amending the Administrative Code, Article 13, Section 13.9, Competitive Negotiations." Someone introduce the resolution? Mr. Warren, would you read it, please?
Whereas at the meeting held December 4th, 2025, the Northampton County Council duly adopted the ordinance titled, "An Ordinance Amending the Administrative Code, Article 13, Section 13.09, Competitive Negotiations." And whereas the duly adopted ordinance was presented to the county executive on December 5th, 2025, and whereas the county executive vetoed the ordinance and returned it to county council on December 12th, 2025. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Northampton County Council that the county executive's veto of the ordinance titled, "An Ordinance Amending the Administrative Code, Article 13, Section 13.09, Competitive Negotiations," shall be overridden this 18th day of December 2025.
Thank you. Is there any discussion regarding this matter? Ms. Keegan?
So, I had said at the last meeting that this was put on our desk an hour before we were to sit down. I don't understand how we waited 7 months and then you decided to bring it back before the new council members come in. I felt like it was being shoved down our throats. I think it is against the Sunshine Law. I think we were supposed to be provided 24 hours. And I also think it's a slap in the face to our new county council, elected county council members. If this is such a problem for whoever wanted to bring this forward, why was this put on our desk an hour before on the last meeting of the year? And if you had trust in the process, I guess you don't have trust in the new county council members because they should be voting on this. And the point was made, I think, earlier this year, something about the parking deck and that there was going to be a new administration, and that was in February. So people didn't want to vote or they didn't want to bring things forward in February about a parking deck because there was going to be a new administration. But yet this was put on our desk 1 hour before the last meeting of the year. This is a slap in the face to our new elected commissioners, and I don't understand it. I really don't. I don't know why this is happening.
You, any other discussion?
Yeah, I'd just like to say again that I think it's overreaching. I think our solicitor is wrong in thinking that it wasn't procedurally wrong. I believe when I brought it up, Chris, I think you had said that we should have advertised this or something. You said, should we advertise it? Because it was since August. So there was confusion on your part. Some of the members weren't even here and didn't have it in front of them. I mean, I'm sure some of them remembered it, but they didn't have it to look at it because they were far away. So I'm not going to support the override of the veto. I don't think my fellow council members should support the override of the veto. And if next year this is a problem, we can bring this up again and have a better resolution, for lack of words, that fits the problem that we see that we're having. I think to do this now and to not, and I think to override the veto is short-sighted, and we're not following the law as I'm reading it or, looking into it. At minimum, we should have amended the agenda that day, which we didn't do that either. So I'm just not going to support it. I don't think we should do it, and I believe that next year's council, which a lot of us are on, we can revisit this very easily next session. Thank you.
Any other discussion?
Madam Chair?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just want to say that I disagree with Ms. Keegan's assessment that somehow we're insulting the next council. Quite the opposite from my perspective as I thought about this. I think we're actually saying, God bless you, hope you can do a better job than we've done, and I hope the new administration can do a better job with communication and working together. This is something that they can hopefully look at. This isn't carved in stone. We passed the ordinance. If the ordinance stays in place, the ordinance can go away with the new administration talking to a new council, and they can say, you know what, we're going to dump this, and we will write something different. But there were problems inherent for quite a while. One bid coming in. How many times have we only got one bid? I think had there been more communication rather than dictation, we probably would never have come to this point. I don't know if this is legal or not, and that's a third branch of government that determines that, not council or the executive. We can give our opinions, and say what we want, but I mean, if wishes and what's the thing? Ifs and buts were fruits and nuts, we'd all eat good for holidays. The fact is, I have more faith in the new council. There's going to be like a whole bunch of new people, and I have more faith in them than us right now. And I think that the new administration, they're going to look at things differently too, and maybe they'll have a new style of communication. So I'm going to support. 8 members of council supported this, and I mean, the administration, I think, in this case, knew that they were going to veto this. So we could have done this at the last meeting, but of course we had to have a special meeting to do this, which I find to be interesting. But also, Mr. Spadoni is our solicitor. Excuse me. And if the new council doubts our solicitor, as opposed to the administration solicitor, they can make that clear. But I disagree with this being a slap in the face to anybody, especially the council members, because I actually have more faith in them than the council members, myself included, that are currently sitting. This has just been a failure to communicate for quite some time, and it results in things like this. So I think there's a lack of confidence in the procurement system right now, And whatever is written down on paper as the rules, I just don't see the confidence. And so maybe something can be worked out. Maybe, Mr. Kraft is right. Maybe, Mr. McClure is right. I'm not saying Mr. McClure is wrong, but I'm not saying that he's necessarily right, because we just haven't really worked together to come up with some solutions for issues. And so I'm going to support the veto override because I support council, and we'll let the chips fall where they may. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any other discussion? Call for the vote.
Mr. Warren?
No.
Mr. Giovanni?
Yes.
Mr. Gofredo?
Yes.
Mr. Heckman?
Yes.
Ms. Keegan?
No.
Mr. Kraft?
No.
Ms. Fargo Hefner?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Corpora?
Yes.
The resolution is adopted by a vote of 6-3.
Thank you. Next, we have consideration of resolutions accepting donations to Area Agency on Aging Division. Mr. Giovanni, will you introduce Lehigh Valley Aging in Place?
Whereas Northampton County Homeroom Charter, Section 202, provides the county council shall have, and among others, the following powers: to accept on behalf of the county any gifts of real property, and to provide for the acceptance by any agency on behalf of the county of other gifts. Now therefore be resolved that Northampton County Council authorize the Department of Human Services, Area Agency of the Aging Division, to accept $745 from the Lehigh Valley Aging in Place for activities that would benefit older adults at senior centers in Northampton County.
Thank you. Any discussion on the matter? Call for the vote.
Mr. Giovanni?
Yes.
Mr. Gofredo?
Yes.
Mr. Heckman?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Ms. Keegan?
Yes.
Mr. Kraft?
Yes.
Ms. Fargo Hefner?
Yes.
Mr. Warren?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Corpora?
Yes.
Adopted by a vote of 9-0.
Thank you. Next, we have accepting donations on a continuing basis for Northampton County seniors. Mr. Kraft, will you introduce?
Whereas the Department of Human Services Area Agency on Aging Division, AAA, has requested to be allowed to accept donations of holiday gifts on a continuing basis to be distributed to Northampton County seniors who may not otherwise receive gifts for the holiday. Now therefore, be it resolved by Northampton County Council, hereby authorizes the Department of Human Services, AAA, to accept donations of holiday gifts on a continuing basis to be distributed to Northampton County seniors who may not otherwise receive gifts for the holiday.
Thank you. Is there any discussion? Call for the vote.
Mr. Kraft?
Yes.
Mr. Heckman?
Yes.
Ms. Keegan?
Yes.
Ms. Fargo Hefner?
Yes.
Mr. Warren?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Corpora?
Yes.
Mr. Giovanni?
Yes.
Mr. Gofredo?
Yes.
Adopted by a vote of 9-0.
Thank you. Next, we have consideration of resolutions accepting donations to Graysdale from separate entities, the first being Friends of Graysdale Foundation. Ms. Keegan, will you introduce?
Whereas the county executive forwarded a request on December 9th, 2025 from the Friends of Graysdale Foundation seeking to donate $3,991.83 to be used for Christmas gifts for residents of Graysdale. Now therefore be it resolved by the Northampton County Council that it does hereby authorize the county executive to accept on behalf of Graysdale the above-mentioned donation.
Any discussion? Call for the vote.
Ms. Keegan? Mr. Kraft?
Yes.
Ms. Fargo Hefner?
Yes.
Mr. Warren?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Corpora?
Yes.
Mr. Giovanni?
Yes.
Mr. Gofredo?
Yes.
Mr. Heckman?
Yes.
Adopted by a vote of 9-0.
Next, we have Military Order of Purple Heart. Mr. Warren, will you introduce?
Whereas the Military Order of the Purple Heart Lehigh Valley, Chapter 190, has donated $500 to be divided and split equally among all Graysdale veteran personal fund accounts. Now therefore be it resolved by the Northampton County Council that it does hereby authorize the county executive to accept on behalf of Graysdale the above-mentioned donation.
Any discussion? Call for the vote.
Mr. Warren?
Yes.
Mr. Kraft?
Yes.
Ms. Fargo Hefner?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Corpora?
Yes.
Mr. Giovanni?
Yes.
Mr. Gofredo?
Yes.
Mr. Heckman?
Yes.
Ms. Keegan?
Yes.
Adopted by a vote of 9-0.
Next, we have consideration of an Administrative Code Article 13 Contract Resolution, Metz Culinary Management LLC. Whereas on December 15, 2025, the Northampton County Council received a request from the county executive for county council to adopt a resolution endorsing a contract with Metz Culinary Management LLC to serve as the congregate meal program for Northampton County's Area Agency on Aging Division for a term of 5 years, with option to renew 4 additional one-year terms. Total cost determined by actual services rendered, but estimated to be approximately $430,000 per year. Now therefore it is hereby resolved that the Northampton County Council does hereby concur with the recommendation of the county executive as set forth in the attached documentation to approve the contract with Metz Culinary Management LLC. Any discussion? Just a citation for those who are playing from home, 22 firms accessed the bid and 1 firm submitted the bid on this contract. Any other discussion? Call for the vote.
Ms. Fargo Hefner?
Yes.
Mr. Warren?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Corpora?
Yes.
Mr. Giovanni?
Yes.
Mr. Gofredo?
Yes.
Mr. Heckman?
Yes.
Ms. Keegan?
Yes.
Mr. Kraft?
Yes.
Adopted by a vote of 9-0.
Thank you. Is there any other new business to discuss? Any committee reports? Any liaison reports? Council Clerk, do you have a report? Do you want to talk about January 8th? Just
Yes, right now, we are planning to take the photos prior to the January 8th meeting. So if everybody could get here by about 5 o'clock to get the photos taken, that would be great. Thank you.
Council Solicitor?
Happy New Year.
Same to you. But we could do that in new business. Mr. Heckman,
Yeah.
would you like to make a motion to adjourn this meeting before anybody gets to the jump?
Well, hopefully there's not another meeting this month, but I will make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you.
Second it.
All in